we're back with the ASK-21. It's been like 10 minutes. And you guys are all gonna think, oh, you ruined it, Brian. Well, I already ran into something and it dented it. So I went down and did the hot water treatment, got it mostly out. I leading edge taped both the main wings, the vertical stabilizer, and the horizontal stabilizer. Also, you see what I did here to the elevator? I was having a lot of problems with my elevator, so I think I fixed it now. We're gonna just have to wait and see how much I fixed it. So we're gonna go out and try it again.
Okay.
All right, guys, so we're downstairs in the basement. Before we go outside, I just noticed I had just barely touched that wingtip on the ground. And I don't know if this was here before. Like I said, I got this used. I just kind of have to assume it was me because the guy that had it before me was like super duper careful. And he did a super nice job of getting this thing to me in one piece. I can understand why people maybe wouldn't like this model because it's extremely delicate. Like the UMXs, on a scale of 1 to 10, they're like an 8 on delicate. And then you get one like this and it's like a 10. Because it's one of the more delicate of the delicate. And so some of like these little precautionary measures that I take, they just make the planes heavier. And so some people just can't, they literally just can't handle it because they want to make these things work good. They don't just want them to be pretty. And for me, I'm just taking some thick, or excuse me, this is medium thickness, CA, foam safe. Also just like a black cap. And so what I'm doing is I'm just putting just a little teeny bit. Hold on, I don't want that drip to be nasty. Okay, good. So that's gonna help to protect this from getting scraped again. And then see, this here's plastic, guys, and then this here is also plastic, so we should be okay. But it looks like this already has some wear and tear on it, so while I'm at it, I'm gonna probably just go ahead and throw like one little drip of CA just to kind of fill that void. And what that does is it's like a sacrificial lamb. So when I go to fly, if I have to land and it ends up being on asphalt or concrete, which is not an impossibility, this is not a powered glider, so it's always possible you're going to land it where you don't expect to land it, then you can touch down with a little bit extra confidence. And there is a wheel, and then this is the tail hook. One other thing too I noticed, take a look at that opening. See how it moves all the way out?
Hold on, yep.
It moves all the way out now, guys. Well, the reason that wasn't moving all the way out is because rightfully I didn't run the servo. Here, come look at the servo setup. If you go to flap system, that's where I set it up. The negative 100 compared to positive 100. And then neutral's a 0. So obviously you want the full servo throw. And so the negative 100 is all the way back and the positive 100 is all the way forward. So, and you can't overrun servos from Prize and Hobby. The ultra micros. The other thing I found is an ultra micro crack right here in the wing, and so I glued that. And so I feel like we're in better shapes. These little UMX planes, by the way, if you get one, I haven't had one that isn't somewhat of a project plane. The reason I say that is because just about every time you fly them, you're gonna break something. One other thing I can show you that broke immediately was, and by the way, I'm using a different pack this time, a little bit smaller pack, but you can see this Velcro is stronger than the glue holding it down, which sucks. That's super annoying. I just fixed that. So anyway, not probably the biggest deal in the world, but I just wanted to show you that there is some issue there. It looks like I'm not the first guy to have this problem, so what I might just do is take another piece of Velcro and just put the Velcro down where it already is. But for now, I'm just going to put it in like this. This is good enough to hold it in place for what we're doing. And let's just be honest, guys. Look at this. Look at the awesomeness inside of here. I mean, this is a really cool looking setup. And you got 5 true servos operating inside this little thing. And I know a lot of guys have done powered gliders out of these, and I'm probably going to be one of those guys. I'm almost sure I want to do a UMX Radian because this has a brushless motor output, and I know some people have mentioned it. I'm just going to point it out to you real quick while in the prequel to this video. At this X-Acto knife tip, there is a 3-pin black takeoff here. 1 pin is ground and 1 pin is positive, and 1 pin is positive as well, but it's positive in the other orientation. And I think I might be saying that wrong because it is a DC motor. So it's a brushed motor. It's not a brushless output. You can take that output and go into a brushless adapter, but by the time you screw around with all that, you're gonna have so much freaking weight in here, you'd be better off to just buy a brick from one of the brushless models and just put it in here. Bind both of the bricks to your radio, use the throttle channel, don't set up anything else on it. You won't have any servos hooked up, but you could use the other servos for other crap if you want. The idea is you're gonna make this thing really heavy really quick. And guys that put EDFs on here, guys that put, you know, like little standoff props, which are all really cool, but I think honestly the folding prop is gonna be the simplest. I've seen one guy put motors back here, which looked really nice. It looked promising. Haven't heard back from the guy. He had the video posted like 3.5 years ago, so he's probably like crashed this thing way a long time ago. But one way or another, it doesn't really matter for today. This thing is pretty, and I'm gonna have to lose the tow hook mechanism if we do that. So I might try to do some whatever that high tow method is, where I just walk back with a rubber band and let it go, and then like say a quick prayer that it doesn't land on my neighbor's roof, like I've done so many times before. But anyway, let's go fly.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're doing the next irresponsible move. Wow, that was amazing!
Okay.
That didn't work. No. Okay, not working so good. Why is it just like crazy? Like, no. I don't know what I'm doing wrong now. Very weird. It feels like it just won't penetrate at all.
Huh.
Maybe I do need a bigger, heavier battery. Maybe I'm just way too tail heavy right now. Yeah, I think I'm just too tail heavy. Let's switch batteries.
Okay.
Talking.
Okay.
Yeah. Good?
Yep.
Oh, way better, guys.
Yeah.
Battery was too small. You put too small a battery and she'll fly tail heavy. Okay, you can fly that.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I adjusted the ailerons so they have more throw by screwing down the lever arms. I adjusted the rudder to the innermost hole for maximum control authority. And then on the elevator, I pinched the mechanical adjustment so that it's a little bit more up trim. I'm going to need less down than I will up. So we're going to try it. We'll see how it goes. That's a lot more appropriate amount of up trim, but I still feel like it's weak. This plane is going to be lacking on elevator authority, which is a big deal when you're gliding because you need to be able to get the nose up. Part of the problem I have on this plane is that it's going to probably always tend to be a little bit nose heavy, but you can see it's such a pretty tail. But I think honestly I can only do so much to increase the amount of elevator authority I'm going to get out of this plane. And so I mean my only option would be to increase the size of the elevator if I want to try to increase the authority. It might be fine once you get moving, but right now at this low speed, it's not really working so hot. All right, go and pause it.
Okay.
All right, so I moved the battery back a little. We'll see if having a better pivot point on the center of gravity helps. And guys, the reason I show you all these millions of steps is because when you get a little plane like this, you better be somewhat patient because they're a little bit of a pain. That was a lot better, but it's not got enough speed to really do anything fun. There's some wind coming this way. Why don't we try to take advantage of it real quick?
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
See, once I caught some wind, it felt like it was going to maybe do something. But it's like there's no air across the control surfaces.
Mm-mm.
So try again. As soon as I feel wind, I'm gonna go.
I'm going.
She's still heavy right now. The battery's gotta move forward. But it needs a lot of speed to actually stay flying.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright guys, I extended out the aileron with some clear tape just to give me a little bit extra authority on the only surface I couldn't adjust. And just waiting to see if we get a gust of wind, and we're not going to get one, so I'm going to throw. Actually, that is a big improvement. Did that not look better than anything we've seen so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's pause it and try again. Okay guys, so that seemed to help a lot. I just took one piece of high quality clear tape, I taped it on, trimmed it, and then I folded it over on both of them. And then to even them out, I just cut them with scissors. And you can see it's just barely there. There's not much. I added maybe 3 millimeters if that. So it seems to have made a really big improvement in the control authority of the elevator, which is the only one that's lacking. So we're gonna try again. Oh yeah, I can at least dip the nose and lift the nose. So now I just need speed to make it go. Or thermals to get it up in the air. So, I don't know if we're gonna, what the heck is with all these bugs?
I don't know.
So, now I just need to decide if I want to try to find another pilot that I trust to fly the Carbon Cub, which is going to be impossible. Or if we're just gonna find windy hill and try to slope sort, which is really what I want to do. Or if we're just gonna wait for this wind that's coming. Oh, so close, so close. But at any rate, now you guys get to see the process. I don't do this stuff at the flying field because it'd be impossible. And plus, the flying field is here. So, thanks for watching. Discontinued Central.